Hey guys, in today's video, I'll be showcasing Kilowattrel EX from the Surging Sparks expansion set. A lot of players have just plainly ignored this Pokemon for some time now, but today, we'll be giving it a moment to shine. Kilowattrel EX is a Stage 1 Lightning Pokemon with 260 HP, it has 0 retreat cost, but despite it being a Lightning type, it has minus 30 resistance to fighting, and it is weak to Lightning because it's technically a Flying type. Kilowattrel EX has 2 attacks. The first one is Return Charge. For 1 Lightning energy, it deals no damage, but instead this attack is more of a setup move. With this, you switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, and if you do, you can attach up to 2 basic lightning energies from your hand to this Pokemon, and this can sometimes help to energize its main attack. You can use Earthen Vessel to search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards. This way you'll have lightning energies so that you can attach them when you use Kilowattrel's Return Charge attack. Moving this Pokemon to the bench does offer it some protection away from immediate danger from your opponent's attacks. However, that burden will fall on the new Pokemon you switch into the active spot. And choosing what Pokemon you'll switch into can really make a big difference. And really the first one I thought of is Mimikyu with the Safeguard ability. This prevents attack damage from being done onto it by EX or V Pokemon. This can really help you to stall, avoiding damage from your opponent's Pokemon while you continue to set up and potentially prevent your opponent from taking any prize during their turn. And since Kilowattrel EX's first attack doesn't really deal any damage, I thought of using Brute Bonnet with the Toxic Powder ability. As long as you have the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule attached to this Pokemon, you can poison both active Pokemon. And then I also have Radiant Hisuian Sneasler with the Poison Peak ability. This will increase the poison damage on your opponent's poison Pokemon by 2 more damage every Pokemon checkup. And when switching out Kilowattrel EX with its attack, we can also utilize Specharunt with the Toxic Subjugation ability. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's poison Pokemon will receive 5 more poison damage between Pokemon checkups. So between this and Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, you can deal as much as 8 poison damage, which is pretty significant. The extra damage to your opponent's Pokemon will definitely help out so that you can get an easier knockout with Kilowattrel EX second attack, Thunder Lance. For 2 colorless energies, this attack deals 40 plus base damage and an additional 40 more damage for each lightning energy attached to this Pokemon. But since we're using only lightning energies in this build, you're really looking at an initial 120 damage. It's a bit underwhelming, but then again, if you can stack enough energies to this Pokemon, this actually has the potential to one-hit knock out any Pokemon in the game. So to help accelerate energies aside from Kilowattrel's first attack, I also have a couple of electric generators. You look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you see any basic lightning energies, you can attach up to 2 of them to your benched lightning Pokemon in any way you like. But with that said, I also have this Kilowattrel as a secondary attacker. This, by the way, is also from Surging Sparks expansion set, and we'll be using it more for its second attack, Stormbolt. For 2 lightning and 1 colorless energy, it deals 160 damage, but then you move all energies from this Pokemon to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. Not only does this add a single price attacker to our build, but also after attacking you can transfer even more energies to your benched Kilowattrel EX, further charging up its attack. It's very sad, but I think one of the major reasons why nobody ever thinks about playing Kilowattrel EX is the extreme liability associated with its overall design. And understandably so, since putting all of your eggs in one basket, so to speak, can be very devastating if your opponent can just boss it to the active spot, knock it out, especially right after you've worked so hard to invest a lot of energies onto it. And this is actually why I chose the Survival Brace as my A-Spec card of choice for this build. If your Pokemon with this equipped has full HP and it would be knocked out by damage from an attack, it will not get knocked out but instead will survive the hit with 10 HP remaining, after which you have to discard this card. While there are a lot of counters to this card, at least it will give your Kilowattrel EX with stacked energies some measure of protection, and in some cases this may even help you attack for 2 turns. But as I said, Kilowattrel EX is just poorly designed, and if it is knocked out, re-accelerating tons of lightning energies to one other Kilowattrel EX is just too high a price to pay. No one's going to go through all that trouble, especially when you have better Pokemon to choose from in the current format, and unfortunately this is why this card will never be great. But you know what guys, we're definitely here for that challenge so that we can showcase its potential regardless of its weakness. But what about you guys? Do you have any ideas on how to make Kilowattrel EX work or to improve on this deck? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description below. And now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Kilowattrel EX.
Before we get into the video, I have a small request. If you're liking the content I create, please leave a like to this video and please support this channel by subscribing if you haven't already. This is a small click for you, but for me, it means a lot. Thank you so much for all of your support.
Alright, on to our first match. Right off the bat, guys, I'm gonna tell you, this is not a competitive deck, okay? We're just here to have fun. Maybe we can win some games with Kilowattrel EX. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. My opponent will mulligan once. It's gonna get us one extra card to start. But we're gonna start this with Petron in the active. We have Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, as well as a Kilowattrel on our bench. And we got Ultra Ball. We have all the components to actually poison our opponent's active and even get a knockout, because we have Petron to increase poison damage by 5 and Hisuian Sneasler for 2 more poison damage. That's a total of 8 poison damage. And they didn't even set up their attacker yet. We got a Nest Ball, yo. Perfect start, guys. We got Brute Bonnet, Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. We can even get Rotom V with this Ultra Ball so we can draw more cards. And then we're gonna use Toxic Powder to poison both active. That's gonna knock out Pidgey. We can draw 3 cards with instant charge. And we get 1 prize for knocking out their Pidgey. Not a bad start, man. Petron with Brute Bonnets and Radiant Hisuian Sneasler is just a very strong poison combination. It's insane. You could even get a donk, actually. If you go first and your opponent has a very low HP Pokemon, you have all these components, you could just knock them out and then win the game on your very first turn, which is insane. But my opponent has managed to evolve into a Pidgeot EX. They have Nest Ball, and there it is, Charmander. This is a Charizard EX build. They have Professor's Research, allowing them to draw 7 cards. Very, very strong turn there. But this Pidgeot EX is weak against Lightning, so we could actually get an easy knockout if we attack with Kilowattrel. And with Buddy Buddy Poffin, they set up 2 more Charmanders on their bench. And they're gonna retreat their Pidgeot EX to Charmander. They can't evolve any of their Pokemon just yet because it requires 2 turns. So we should be safe another turn here. We can knock out this Charmander. And they haven't used their Quick Search yet. They're gonna get 1 card from their deck. Attach a Fire Energy to Pidgeot EX, okay. And they're gonna end their turn. Alright, now it's our turn. We can evolve into Kilowattrel EX. Even if they evolve into Charizard EX, they can't knock it out. I'm gonna use Arven, get Rescue Board, and another Electric Generator. Attach an Energy here, Rescue Board to Petron. And then, ooh, we got 2 Lightning Energies with the Electric Generator. That's insane. It's not always a guarantee, so you know what, guys? I'm going to actually just get 2 energies with Earthen Vessel. And I'm going to Toxic Powder both active, retreat Petron, so it's not going to get poisoned. And then I'm going to showcase Return Charge. So what we're going to do here is Return Charge to attack. And by switching to the bench, you can attach 2 basic lightning energies from your hand to Kilowattrel EX. So now we have 5 lightning energies. We got a knockout thanks to the poison damage against one of their Charmanders. And now we just need 4 more prizes to go. Again, we can get an easy knockout against Pidgeot EX. We can just boss it up in the active, hopefully. And then against Charizard EX, I mean, we have a lot of energies attached to it, but we are in a little bit of a danger. If my opponent has Counter Catcher, they can evolve into Charizard EX. But at 2 prizes that we've already taken, as of right now, they're hitting for 240 damage. So it's still not enough to knock out our Kilowattrel. So our stacked energies is still safe. you know. And there it is. My opponent evolves into Charizard EX. That activates the Infernal Rain ability, allowing them to search their deck for up to 3 basic fire energies and attaching them to their Pokemon in any way they like. And they're just gonna attack with Pidgeot EX, knocking out our Pecharunt. Okay, that's actually okay with me. But that, ooh, we got boss orders. I could just knock out their Pidgeot EX, but I think it's a little bit of an overkill with all these energies stacked to our Kilowattrel. But that will actually disrupt my opponent a lot since their search engine will be lost. I could set up another Wattrel here, but I think I'm gonna take this chance, guys. I mean, between the poison and then we could just set up another Kilowattrel. We're just gonna take another 2 prizes. So I'm gonna use Thunder Lance, knocking out their Pidgeot EX, getting us 2 more prizes. Alright, cool. So I just took advantage of it, guys, since we're hitting for weakness anyways. I know we're losing a lot of energies, but you know, opportunity presented itself. We're gonna go with it. Maybe once we poison their Charizard EX, we can just dwindle down its HP, and we'll see. We'll see if we can win this one. I might have to recover Mimikyu so that we can block their attacks, because right now they don't have any search engine. They're relying on what they draw into. They will knock out our Kilowattrel EX. They're hitting for 300 damage, which is insane already. We got Forest Sealstone. Okay. Nothing on the prize cards. So with Super Rod, I'm gonna recover Mimikyu, Pecharunt, and an energy. Can't really attack with baby Kilowattrel yet. So this is a tough situation here. Let me poison Charizard EX. I think I'm gonna evolve into Kilowattrel EX. It has free retreat. And then I'm gonna use Rotom V to use the Forest Sealstone. That way we can grab 1 card from our deck and let's see here. Just gonna get Arvin. We haven't used trainer card anyways just yet, or supporter card. So I might as well just get Survival Brace and Buddy Buddy Poffin. Yeah, that way we can search for Mimikyu still. And then we're just gonna block their attacks. So I'm gonna evolve into Kilowattrel EX, put the Survival Brace, retreat to Mimikyu, and I'm just gonna instant charge. I don't want to callously give up prize by putting Cleffa in the active to draw more cards, because they have 3 prize remaining. They could just knock out Rotom V and win the game after that. So we gotta be careful. We have a basic energy. They couldn't go through my Mimikyu's defenses, which is pretty nice. I can just continue to start to energize my Kilowattrel. It's gonna be slow, but we're gonna do our best, okay? Alright. For the meantime, the poison damage is taking into effect. And even if they knock out Rotom V, that will put us behind prizes, and we can use Counter Catcher. And if we can build up enough energy to Kilowattrel EX, we can even easily knock out this Charizard EX. So let's see what my opponent does. If they have a boss orders, they have a boss orders. Okay. Okay. They got the boss orders. They are going to go for Rotom V. Unfortunately. 300 damage. Easily knocking it out. Getting them 2 more prizes. So if they have a boss orders, they're going to win this one. Pecharunt's not going to be useful here because they just need 1 more prize. I just have to build up my attack. Although Survival Brace, as long as they can't discard it, we can survive an attack. Deal 120 damage right now. 210, yeah, we can knock it out. So for now, I'm gonna retreat, actually. Use Thunder Lance, deal 120 damage, 30 damage with the poison, and we can just finish it off next turn. I think knocking out Pidgeot EX definitely made a big difference, because if they cannot get the cards that they need, see here, they can win if they had boss orders. But if they can't search for it, they can't draw into it, then we're still in control, you know? So I think taking that chance, despite all that energy that we lost. So they're gonna attack with 300 damage, but thanks to our Survival Brace, we survived with 10 HP. But you know what, guys? Here it is. Kilowattrel EX used Thunder Lance to knock out their Charizard EX to win us the game. Not bad, good game. Alright, on to our next match. We will start this one with Wattrel in the active spot. And it is worth noting I actually used this basic Pokemon because it has a really nice attack. Thunder Shock deals 10 damage, but if you get heads on a coin flip, you can paralyze your opponent's active Pokemon. So it could be very useful in some cases. But we have Artisan. I think I'm gonna go with Brute Bonnet. Because we have Arven, we can just grab the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule next turn. Start poisoning my opponent's active Pokemon. So, we are going against Gholdengo EX, alright. If we can set up Petrant, we can even take a knockout against Gimmickle. So, it will take my opponent at least one more turn to evolve into their Gholdengo EX. At least we can get our first prize next turn. And then go from there. We're going to use Call for Family to get another basic Pokemon. So now they have 4 Gimmighouls. We got Electric Generator from our draw. Nice. With Artisan, I'm going to get Petrant. I can switch it into the active spot. And while this Wattrel is on the bench, we can use Electric Generator. We got 1 Lightning Energy, which is pretty nice. And then I'm going to use Arven to get Nest Ball and Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. And like last time, we're going to use this to get Rotom V. We have 4 Seal Stone available to us even. Attach this here. And we're just going to Toxic Powder. So at this rate, 6 damage counters thanks to the Toxic Subjugation ability. We will knock out their Gimmickle, getting us our first prize. Alright. And we got Kilowattrel. We have an energy in our hand. We can even energize that, evolve into Kilowattrel, and then we can attack for 160. We just gotta get this Petrant out of the active. At least dealing that initial damage to Gholdengo will make a big difference, and then hopefully the poison damage can knock it out. But yeah, after we attack with Kilowattrel, we have another Wattrel in our hand. Can set that up on our bench, transfer the energies, and if we evolve into a Kilowattrel EX, maybe we'll deal enough damage to even one-hit knockout a Gholdengo EX, so we'll see. So far, my opponent hasn't set up that well yet. Coin bonus allows them to draw 2 cards while their Gholdengo EX is in the active, but they haven't found any other Gholdengos. And with the Ultra Ball, they will get another one. So, while on the bench, that only allows them to draw 1 card. So they're gonna attack here with Make It Rain, dealing only 50 damage though? Yo, okay, we actually survived the attack. That's insane. Okay, let's use Electric Generator. We got 2 Lightning Energies. That's crazy. Alright, our setup is pretty good. Let's go ahead and use Toxic Powder. If I leave my Petrant in the active though, it will just die from poison, so use Artisan, see if I can block their attack with Mimikyu maybe. Just gonna hard retreat here. And just let that poison kind of sink in a little bit. Weaken our opponent's Gholdengo EX, and then we can just attack in the next few turns. So I'm gonna play it safe a little bit here, guys. So they also have Zamazenta. Yo, they have Pokemon Catcher and they got heads. Oh no. They might get Rotom V, get 2 prizes. Then again, they can target our Wattrel with the 3 energies attached to it. That's gonna be oh man, okay. Alright, well, that's fine, I guess. 100 damage. Okay. Well, that was very unfortunate, but... and this is why Kilowattrel EX is so bad. Because your opponent can just target it, knock it out after stacking so much energy. It just falls apart, you know? But we're gonna do our best. We're gonna try again. At least they can't knock out my Mimikyu unless they have Cancel and Cologne or something like that, or another boss. Let's think this through. I could rescue board on Mimikyu, because I could just... I mean, I could give up Petron here. And then I'm just gonna instant charge. So Gholdengo EX is already poisoned. We're just increasing its poison damage as of right now. So I'm giving up Petron, but at least possibly the damage will be enough so that we can knock it out with Kilowattrel. 160 is pretty significant. And they're gonna use Penny. Okay. They will remove Zamazenta. I don't know what they're gonna use to power up that Zamazenta though, because that one requires 3 energies. Okay. You're gonna use Ultra Ball to get another Gholdengo EX. At least their consistency is set up, so they're drawing a bunch of cards. And they're just gonna take a knockout against Petron. Discarding 1 card, but that poison is still in effect. Okay. So at 170, we could actually knock it out with Kilowattrel. Well, not entirely, right? We're gonna deal 160 damage, and then we can transfer the energies to Wattrel, and then the poison will finish it off. So it's working out so far, right? I think the poison damage definitely does help out in this build. I'm gonna attach the Forest Seal Stone. We can use Star Alchemy. That will use up the V-Star power for the game. And then I'm gonna go with Arvin. And I'm gonna go for Nest Ball and Survival Brace. Just in case my opponent has boss orders. Because once we transfer these energies, I don't want them to just target Wattrel and then it'll just die. And then again, we're gonna increase poison damage just to make sure we get a knockout here, and we're gonna use Storm Bolt, and that should be enough to finish off this Gholdengo EX. So at 250 total damage, the extra poison damage will knock it out, and that will get us 2 more prizes. All right, not too bad. So with that, our benched Wattrel is it's set up to attack once we evolve into what Kilowattrel EX. Most likely they'll just knock out our active. And then with enough energy plus the poison, we could even take a knockout against Gholdengo EX. That's the plan anyways, right? But yeah, this single price Kilowattrel is actually not bad. Between multiple Kilowattrels, you could just transfer the energies between your Pokemon. So you can constantly hit for 160 damage every single turn and not lose any energies, which is pretty insane. That is unless your opponent boss orders one of them. But yeah, actually Kilowattrel could be like a single prize deck of its own, right? But in combination with the EX, I think it's pretty good too. So my opponent will take a knockout against Kilowattrel. Alright, they have 9 energies in the discard pile though. Okay, we got boss orders. Let's see here. 4, 8, 12, 16, 200 damage as of right now. Plus poison. Set up another Wattrel. If I had another Kilowattrel though, I think that would have helped to weaken their active. Go ahead and poison both active first before I retreat. And then... I mean, between 2 turns, we could survive an attack, right? So I could evolve here, even though I'm hitting for 200 damage. I could just wait until the end of my opponent's turn. If they don't retreat their Gholdengo EX, it will just get knocked out with poison. We'll survive an attack. So I'm just gonna use Iono here, guys. Alright. So Thunderlance will deal 200 damage, 3 poison damage, and for them to retreat their Gholdengo, they'll have to attach another energy unless they have a switching card. But even if they just decide to attack Kilowattrel, we have Survival Brace as long as it sticks. They don't have like a Lost Vacuum or anything like that. We'll survive an attack. The poison damage will take into effect, and hopefully we can take a knockout next turn. Right? I think we should be able to. But yeah, this is not your conventional Gholdengo EX. It's not very competitive build, I think. It's a very defensive. A lot of the Gholdengo EX builds right now are very aggressive. Because they have a Metal Lab to decrease the damage their metal Pokemon receives. I mean, it will make it harder for us to actually one-hit knockout a Gholdengo EX with that in play. So they're gonna go for an attack, and that attack didn't even knock us out. It just hit for 250 flat damage. We still survived with 10 HP though. So alright, well, we got 2 prizes for that. And with another energy, we're only dealing 210 damage, unfortunately, because of the full Metal Lab. Let's see what we could do here. I mean, with a poison, it is gonna knock out our Kilowattrel though. I'm just gonna stall a little bit. Put my Mimikyu in the active and then just instant charge. Because with that poison now on their Gholdengo EX, they can draw more cards. They'll have to switch it out. They need a boss to get my Kilowattrel EX on our bench to get a knockout. And they need Canceling Cologne to knock out our Mimikyu. But with the poison damage weakening their active, and with all the energies attached to our Kilowattrel EX already, we can just knock out their active Pokemon. So I think we got this game. Well, let's see if my opponent has anything up their sleeve. No, they're just gonna end their turn. They can't even damage our Mimikyu. So you know what, guys? We're just gonna retreat to Kilowattrel EX, deal 210 damage with Thunder Lance, knocking out their Gholdengo EX to win the game. Alright, not too bad. And there you have it, guys. Good game. Alright, on to our final match. We're gonna start this with Wattrel in the active spot. We are going first, and we're going against Gardevoir EX. Okay, this is gonna be a very tough matchup for sure. There's not much I could do during my turn. Thankfully, our Rotom V is not prized. We can draw 3 extra cards to end our turn here. And
our hand isn't all that great. We have Iono. I could probably just use that next turn to draw into more cards. But going against Gardevoir EX is going to be very tough. They have Dark Energy, which means they have Munkidori. That's actually going to render our Survival Brace useless, because if they can transfer damage counters to our Pokemon, because Survival Brace requires full HP to survive a one-hit knockout. But anyways, my opponent will evolve into Kirlia, ending their turn. We got Buddy Buddy Poffin, and we have one other Wattrel in our deck. Some of them are prized, but I'm gonna go ahead and protect my bench with Manaphy, because I know they have Scream Tail as well. I'm gonna use Electric Generator, found no Lightning Energies, and I'm just gonna evolve, I think. I'm not gonna give my opponent extra cards with Iono, so I'm just gonna attack here with Glide, dealing 50 damage. Even if they manage to evolve into another Kirlia, we can still knock it out at 80 HP. So as long as we can charge up Kilowattrel with another energy, we could attack, get a knockout, transfer energies, and we should be good to go. There's the Munkidori. Another TM evolution. Despite having no cards in their hand, they will evolve into another Kirlia and into Gardevoir EX. There it is. The main engine of their build is in play, but no energies in their discard pile. Go ahead and use Glide. I'm just gonna take a knockout. With no cards in their hand, maybe they can't find anything to set up their Pokemon. Although I did just put one energy in their discard pile. But that's okay. At least we got one knockout during that turn. And that could mean a big difference, right? Unfortunately, with the refinement, they add another Psychic Energy in their discard pile. And with Gardevoir EX, with its ability adding damage counters to their Drifloon and fully powering it up, multiplied by 3, they can take an easy knockout against our Kilowattrel, dealing 120 damage. So it's very unfortunate we lost all those energies, but like I said, we're just going to do our best with this matchup. I'm just going to recover these 3 with Super Rod. And with Nest Ball, I'm going to go with Brute Bonnet. You can't add poison damage if your opponent's not poisoned, right? So we have Brute Bonnet, we can poison, they're active, we can use Iono. Yo, we got Radiant Hisuian Sneasler. That's exactly what I needed, actually. So with 3 poison damage, we can take a knockout against this Drifloon. Thankfully, it doesn't have any extra HP. And we have Earthen Vessel. I could actually add more energies to Kilowattrel. I'm just gonna sacrifice Clef, I think. Get 2 energies. We can evolve. Maybe poison their Drifloon first. So we can evolve into Kilowattrel EX. And then we can use Return Charge to accelerate 2 more energies onto it, giving it more power. But I'll have to sacrifice Manaphy here. And with no cards left in our hand, at least we can get one from our prizes by knocking out their Drifloon with a poison, and we got Wattrel. Alright. So with that, they will set up Scream Tail with Artisan, and with the added HP, thanks to Bravery Charm, the more damage is on, or the more damage are on Scream Tail, multiplied by 2. That's how much damage they can deal to one of our Pokemon. I think bench Pokemon. So you can attach an energy to Gardevoir EX, most likely to retreat it. But the more damage they put on Gardevoir, the easier it is for us to knock it out. So I'm all for it. But then again, they can just transfer the damage with Munkidori. They're going to Iono. We got more energies. And they will use Counter Catcher. And they will target Kilowattrel. Oh no. And you know what, guys? You're gonna transfer damage counters with Monkey Dory. Can they stack enough damage though to knock out our Kilowattrel? That's the question. They have 3 energies. So with 5, okay, 860. They're gonna recover Drifloon. I mean, even if they have 100 damage to Screamtail, they're only dealing 200 damage, so we will survive an attack here. So 160 damage to Kilowattrel EX, okay. At least we survived the attack, guys. Man. Alright, we got Artisan. I'm gonna go with Petarant. We're gonna continue to battle this one with Poison. Because, I don't want to lose 2 prizes. I might as well just lose 1 prize each time. And we're gonna return charge once more. And thanks to Petarant adding a lot of damage, the poison damage, we actually took a knockout against their Screamtail despite its increased HP. And I think that's why they didn't want to add more damage, because of the poison with Radiant Sneasler. But thankfully, we were able to get Petarant to increase the poison damage even more. And we actually got a knockout with that one. So that actually worked out pretty well. So for now, we are keeping pace with the prize trade, and I'm okay with that. Each time we knock out their single prize attacker, we're only losing 1 prize as well. And then all we have to do is just recover Petarant, things like that, and we should be fine. And again, here we are with Drifloon. With added HP, it can deal up to 300 damage, which is pretty insane. And not to mention Monkey Dory putting damage counters to our Kilowattrel EX. They will take a knockout against Petarant. Thankfully, they didn't get a gusting card to knock out our Kilowattrel. Slowly but surely, we are charging it, but again, investing all those energies and then they just knock it out is not going to be pretty. So I'm just going to set up another Wattrel lineup and then go from there. I'll need to attack with Wattrel here with 10 damage with the Thunder Shock. We're not going to paralyze it, but it's going to be enough to knock it out with the extra poison damage. So we got 1 prize for knocking out their Drifloon, thankfully. We were able to adjust that because I didn't want to attack with Kilowattrel EX and then they could just easily knock it out. So we're looking good, guys. I actually think we can win this. My opponent needs 4 more prizes to go. Again, it's really making a big difference being able to keep up with the prize trade thanks to the poison damage. They're gonna boss's orders my Rotom V. I don't know if that was a good idea, guys, because you know what? We have Kilowattrel, and with all those damage counters on their Gardevoir EX, they can knock out Rotom V, get 2 prizes, but we could just one-hit knock out their Gardevoir EX. So at 40 damage, they're at, what, 270? 270 HP. They have another Monkey Dory, though. Alright, that's gonna be tough. Miracle Force deals 190 damage, knocking out our Rotom V. Can we hit for enough damage to knock out this Gardevoir EX? 240. And you know what? Yes, we can, because we have poison. That's it. We actually won it. Unbelievable. 280 damage, knocking out their Gardevoir EX, getting us our last 2 prizes. That was insane, guys.
And that's it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching the Popsicleknight channel, and until next time, please stay safe and have a great day.